Hey folks, it's Rich. Hope you had a wonderful holiday weekend. It's Tuesday, the 7th here of September. Again, hope you had a wonderful holiday weekend. I wanted to give a quick shout out to Jane Flasch from 13 Wham News and thank her immensely for covering the property tax issue that I raised with her last week when she had interviewed me about the possible extension of the moratorium, which obviously took place. She was very intrigued by it and did some investigative journalism on it. It's great to see local journalists picking up this issue, and I just wanted to say thank you to Jane for doing so. I'm going to cut to the report and check in tomorrow because I've got some good breaking news on some of the other stuff that we've talked about that I've been having to hold back on announcing, but the final puzzle pieces are in place. So I look forward to bringing you some breaking news tomorrow on the real estate brokerage sales front. But here's, again, cut to Jane's report on the property tax issue. So Jane, thank you so much for interviewing me and taking the time to report on this. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Be well.
New York has extended eviction protections for tenants, yet there's a gaping hole involving landlords. Some are now falling behind on property taxes. 13 Wham's Jane Flasch tells us how that could ultimately fall back on the people who rent from them and on their neighborhoods.
Well, the National Apartment Association says of every dollar a landlord takes in, 14 cents goes to property taxes. That doesn't sound like much until suddenly many renters stop paying a single dime.
These are notices that I'm starting to get, which is tax foreclosures.
Realtor Rich Tyson wanted to do more to invest in Rochester neighborhoods, so he became a landlord. Gradually, over 5 years, he acquired and refurbished 37 properties. Now he owes a combined $52,000 in city and county property taxes. Some of that is in arrears.
Mortgages, insurance, all these other things are an emergency today if they don't get paid. So this is the bill that a lot of us have had to put on the back burner. A majority of that is due to losses that I've been forced to take by housing people for free for a year and a half.
When COVID hit, he lost 60% of his rental income from tenants who had stopped paying rent and were protected from eviction. That's something he predicted in a video posted last year, aimed at then-Governor Cuomo.
I'm sending my tax bills over to Andrew Cuomo.
Tyson says the majority of his tenants who stopped paying continued to collect social service payments meant to go towards their rent.
As a housing provider, I don't want to throw people out. Well, and the problem is the courts have not been open to vet if people have been impacted by COVID.
There are tax liens against at least 194 properties in Monroe County. 149 of those are in the city of Rochester.
Housing is a human right!
Housing is a human right!
After protests in Rochester and across the state, New York lawmakers have extended the ban on evictions. The moratorium protects landlords with up to 10 units from having properties with liens sold out from under them. Yet they'll eventually still have to pay those back taxes. Now Tyson is selling all of these units, and most of the rest of his properties are being brought up by large landlords, many who don't live here. And he's sounding another alarm.
As the people that can't get out from underneath them start going into tax foreclosure or bank foreclosure, and then we've got vacant properties or these, zombie type homes that sit for years and years, the impacts are going to be felt way beyond COVID.
And Tyson points out all of this punishes good tenants who are also struggling and now may have higher rents from a new landlord who has never been to a property he's purchased. There is a federal fund of $46.5 billion to help tenants get their checks to landlords, yet only about a fifth of that money has gone out so far.